GearNetwork.com.
This is a Gear Network production.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all shapes and sizes. By now you should know my voice, but I'm still going to introduce myself anyway. I am Mr. Cyclone Jones, along with Pat G. The G stands for gangster. You know what this is. Turnbuckle Talk Radio Podcast. Pat G, tell them what it is.
It is the TTRP quarter of a century mark, as we're on our way to episode 100, as we are at number 20. So
I'm gonna correct you because your math is completely wrong on the podcast.
You know what? I said 1/4, didn't I?
You said 1/4, and that's 20.
Yeah. 1/5.
1/5. Thank you. Get it right.
Math was totally off on that.
Completely wrong, but it's okay. You're Pat G. You're a gangster. You can do that. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. Always a pleasure to have you with us. Always a pleasure for you to be listening to my voice, because my voice is the voice of an angel. Thank you.
Voice of an angel?
That's what I said.
That's what you said.
And if it's
I thought you were about to say orgasms, because that's generally what you say.
That's true. That's true. Right now, I'm not giving orgasms.
It is Sunday.
Right now. Today, I don't.
It is Sunday.
Yeah.
So
today we are recording on Sunday. Today we are not recording in the Gear Network studios. A lot of things happened, and we're actually at my home.
Yes, Cyclone's dining room.
We are.
Yes. Unfortunately, the Gear Network studio unavailable to us today.
I guess the Puerto Rican didn't pay the bill. Ooh, was that a racist comment?
It's just
tad bit racist.
Just a little bit.
Probably.
But you know what? As Jock Sampson says, it's Donald Trump's America, so...
That's true. I mean, he is JC Money. He's supposed to have money to pay the damn bill.
And he did return to the ring.
And he did return to the ring, so I know he got paid for that show.
Yeah. He went from number 2 all the way to
he probably just bought
almost the end.
He probably bought some chalupas and quesadillas.
Maybe, I don't know.
I'm in a racist mood today.
I see that.
Yeah,
I see that.
Yeah, I'm very bitter today.
Very bitter today. Cyclone is bitter. Why are you so bitter?
Personal issues, man. Personal issues. But enough about that. Let's talk some wrestling.
Well, normally we start off with the independent scene, but there's a lot of stuff that we got to catch up on. But first, we're going to start with WWE because everybody's been talking about it, and it's the Road to WrestleMania. Started started last week Sunday with the 30th edition of the Royal Rumble match.
The Ruz Rumbas.
The Royal Rumble, the official start to the road to WrestleMania.
It is, and Gabriel Soul won it.
And Gabriel Soul won it?
Yeah. Gabriel Soul came back, made a comeback. Yeah, he won the Royal Rumble.
That's awesome.
He's a cool dude. I like him.
Gabriel Soul is a cool dude. But kicking off the Royal Rumble show was a 6 women's division match between Alexa Bliss, Natalya, and a returning Mickie James. Taking on Becky Lynch, Naomi, and Nikki Bella.
I heard that Mickie James had a wardrobe malfunction during that match. I heard that she did. Don't argue. Don't argue with me about it.
If she did, I didn't see it.
Don't you dare argue.
I'm not arguing.
Don't argue.
Okay.
I heard it was a wardrobe malfunction.
Well,
from a very reliable source.
Oh, okay. Well, Becky Lynch, Naomi, and Nikki Bella pick up the victory as Naomi gets her second pin in as many weeks on the champion Alexa Bliss. So it seems like they finally are deciding to move away from Becky Lynch as the new challenger for the SmackDown Women title. And as she's been picking up victories over Alexa Bliss of late. And I have nothing against Naomi. I love Naomi.
Yeah.
Like, she's very athletic in the ring.
You should. She's awesome. And she's black. Black people are awesome.
I know this.
I mean, all people are awesome.
All people are awesome, but you're saying black people are more awesome.
I didn't say that. You just did.
I did. You were insinuating it, and then I did it. God, man, I just got Inception.
I'm just throwing it out there.
I just got Inception. End of story. End of story. I just got Inception. Cyclone just Inceptioned me. That's all. Moving on to the second pre-show match of the evening was a 2-referee match as the club, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, took on the bickering teammates of Cesaro and Sheamus.
Mm-hmm.
Now, these two teams have been going back and forth, and multiple problems, which led to the stipulation of 2 referees. So you think having 2 referees, it would make a difference.
Yeah.
Nope. The second referee gets a brogue kick to the face, which allows the club to nefarious tactics and pick up the victory and win the WWE Raw Tag Team Championships.
The Raw
Yes.
Tag Team Championships have changed hands.
Have changed hands, finally. And they said, a lot of people have said it's too late for the club. They should have put the belts on them a lot sooner.
Yeah.
Because the club has gone through all the comedy skits with the New Day and all this. So the titles are finally on there, so maybe it's their way to try to salvage it.
I think it's too late. I think they should have won it from the New Day. I don't think Sheamus and Cesaro should have won it just yet. I think they should have built up a little bit more of the tag team and then won it. Because, I mean, they're a great tag team together.
They are.
You know, they're a great tag team together, and I think that by the club beating the New Day, it builds that face heel. And then with the Cesaro and, what are they called? Professional...
I don't even think they have a name.
I heard Cole call him something. Professional something.
Professional.
Anyway,
yeah, something.
Something. But anyway, you know what I mean? And then them winning it from them. You know, them chasing and winning from them. You know, going through the whole bickering and things in that nature. But they're still a face team.
Dueling partners.
You can walk past. It's okay. My daughter tries to sneak past here. As I said, we're not in the Gear Network studios.
We're not.
So,
the final pre-show match was a women's match from Raw. Sasha Banks, the boss, taking on Nia Jax.
Sasha Banks versus Nia Jax.
Yes.
Nia Jax won, right?
Nia Jax did win. Pretty much destroyed Sasha Banks. As I think they're at the point with Sasha where they want to turn her heel, but they're doing a very slow burn to it.
I don't know.
Because just interactions. Mm-hmm. Just interactions because
but they just turned her face.
They did. But now I don't know. Maybe not turn her heel completely, but put her in that in-between role. Put her
as a more aggressive face, you mean?
Yeah. Put her in that in-between role that Randy Orton has done so well for so many years, where he's
the tweener, as they call it.
The tweener aspect,
as some people call.
Yeah, but Nia Jax dominating, especially with the fact that Sasha Banks has was coming off the knee injury, and Nia Jax targeting her. Mm-hmm. So this is pretty much the build up there. Well, before the pre-show ended, and before the Royal Rumble started, Stephanie McMahon addressed the elephant in the room of Seth Rollins invading NXT the previous night and calling out Triple H. Triple H did walk out, but he summoned security to handle the situation. Triple H did say that when you come to challenge the creator, the Destroyer is not that far behind. So Stephanie announced that she will handle that situation the next night. HBK was there because, of course, they're in San Antonio. And that. And then finally, the Royal Rumble started. The Raw Women's Championship, Charlotte Flair, who is currently 14-0 in championship title defenses on pay-per-views, taking on everybody's favorite huggable wrestler, Bayley. Bayley. Now, it was a good match, and the San Antonio crowd was into it, the entire time. And that it's just Charlotte's at a point where
she's getting boring.
She's not getting boring. She's gotten better, but it seems like whoever she's in the ring with has to split the carrying aspect of the match. I
don't know what you mean by that.
It's
give me a little bit more, Pat G.
Bayley had her offense, okay,
right,
but it's more of because Sasha Banks coming off being the heel in the feud with Charlotte, it didn't work completely.
Right.
Because Bayley's that perfect foil to help Charlotte evolve more of a heel champion. Mm-hmm. And Charlotte is fine. I don't know where she got it, but she finally got that egotistical "I'm better than you" bit from her father. That's where Charlotte has finally improved. Mm-hmm. And because of that, it's allowed Charlotte to be the champion that she is. Mm-hmm. And it's allowed a face challenger like Bayley to actually play that face role.
Okay.
The finish was because Bayley tried to hit everything but the kitchen sink, and eventually just made one mistake and got hit with the natural selection on the apron.
But the kitchen sink is such an easy move to hit. Why couldn't she do it?
Well, I don't know. I don't play in these matches. I don't know why she couldn't hit it. Well, maybe
today I'm gonna be messing with you all day, Pat G.
I see that. Well, someone who shall remain nameless did not watch things.
Wow.
Okay.
Nameless ass people.
We had a conversation about this, and you're like, I need to catch up and need to start watching stuff so I'm better prepared.
There goes the nameless stuff now, huh? So
you know what?
Said you.
Yeah, well, there's nobody else on the podcast, so I just was like, I'm not going to name you, but I'm going to name you.
So you're not going to name me. We're the only two people on the podcast, and you're not going to name me. That's all right.
Would you like me to use the invisible Gabriel Soul?
No, it's okay. It's okay. I'm going to just LDC you in a second.
Oh, God. Please don't sucker punch me.
Oh, goodness. Next match.
The next match was the WWE Universal Championship no DQ match. Roman Reigns taking on Kevin Owens, with Chris Jericho being suspended in a shark cage as a sexy piñata, as he calls it. Now, this match, plunder, and more plunder. Chairs, tables, and everything. Jericho dropping in brass knuckles.
Oh, wow.
Roman Reigns finally it seemed like he was going to end it. And the resident monster of Raw, Braun Strowman,
of course,
interjects himself and allows Kevin Owens to escape with the victory.
I heard it was a great match, though.
It was.
I heard it was a really good match.
It was a great match. The two tore it up. Mm-hmm. They tore it up and delivered everything that they possibly could deliver.
Yeah. I need to get my my WWE Network back.
Or I could just let you use mine.
Can you use two still?
Yeah. I believe you can. We'll have to try this. We'll have to check this theory out.
You know what? Intermission, we'll check it out.
Yeah.
That'll be awesome.
But Braun comes out, interferes, and allows Kevin Owens to retain the championship, which led into Monday Night Raw and the situation with Braun. They had a weird KFC commercial with Enzo and Cass. Because you know how WWE Networks loves to play commercials,
right?
It was very bad.
Was it their own commercial, like a live commercial that they did?
No, it was a.
Or was it a real KFC commercial? It was
a real KFC commercial talking about the new honey mustard gold barbecue chicken that KFC is doing.
Oh, now I got to see this.
Yeah. It was. I'll have to show you.
Hey, Janelle, have you tried the KFC chicken? The gold chicken. Was that hot southern nasty stuff with pickles?
Yeah, now it's a honey mustard.
It's a honey mustard golden. Yeah,
it's a gold sauce.
It's a gold shtick.
Well, the next match was the Cruiserweight Championship match, which Rich Swann, which I love Rich Swann.
Yeah.
Taking on Neville, who I love Neville now that he's got this whole
evil
king of the Cruiserweights persona.
Yeah.
Like, it made him work so much better.
Oh, yeah.
But a lot of people considered this the bathroom break match because nothing against WWE. They need to go back and watch old school WCW with how WCW used the cruiserweights because how they're using the cruiserweights, it's not working. They're giving the cruiserweights like anywhere from 6 to maybe 8 minutes to have a match that's going to be different, and it's not. You have to give them guys time to.
So you're saying they're giving them Indy time to GYSI?
Yes, essentially, that's what it's been. That's what the cruiserweight matches have been on Raw. That's what they've been on 205 Live.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're dedicating a whole show to them, and you're giving these guys 8 minutes to, as you say, GYSI, and think the crowd. Not to mention the 205 Live is after SmackDown, and that's at 10 p.m. And a lot of these people bring their kids. They got to school. So it's like what they should have done is made the 205 Live a like NXT.
Hold on, 205 Live is taped after SmackDown?
It's broadcasted on the WWE Network after SmackDown.
Okay, I thought you meant like they recorded after SmackDown.
No,
wait a minute.
They broadcast it live on the network after SmackDown's over.
Yeah.
So it's just you're losing your crowd because of the whole 10 p.m. thing.
Mm-hmm.
So if you move 205 to like a 8 o'clock spot, or even if you pre-taped it, it's fine.
Mm-hmm. You
still have the crowd. If you tape it before SmackDown or whatever, like they do with Superstars and Main Event, I think you'd get a better reaction.
So 205 is directly after SmackDown.
Yes. So SmackDown ends at 10 o'clock.
So SmackDown is a 3-hour show.
SmackDown's 8 to 10.
I mean, but it's still a 8-hour show because 205 is right after.
Exactly. Yeah. Essentially.
Right.
Because they do 205 after. And it's just, they fall flat every time because they don't have the crowd. Mm-hmm. They're trying to do a cruiserweight match in a WWE style, and it's just not working.
Yeah.
Like, you guys have some talented guys. Mm-hmm. You have a Tony Nese, you have a Neville, you have Rich Swann, you have Cedric Alexander. Austin Aries is going to be returning. You have guys that are talented in the ring. It's just they're getting a short amount of time to make it look good. Mm-hmm. And that's the problem. Now, next match was for the WWE SmackDown Championship. Mm-hmm. AJ Styles champion defending against John Cena, and match of the night.
That's match what I heard. That's what I was gonna say. That if you
match
didn't say
of the night, just back and forth. They hit everything and anything. Yeah, did both guys pull out all the greatest hits, the AA and everything? Yeah, they did. But it got to a point where both Styles and Cena had to pull out stuff that was so buried in their repertoire just to try to end it.
Okay.
So it's just... And what AJ Styles does is... AJ Styles has had the best year in WWE that I can remember of someone debuting that first year. That no matter who he's in the ring with, he brings out the best in them.
Yeah.
He brought out the best in Ambrose. He brings out the best in Cena. Whoever that man is in the ring with, he brings out the best for them. Mm-hmm. So it's just, and this is why I called my shot like a month ago, saying the Miz was going to win the Rumble, because Miz has had just as much of an impactful year as Styles has. Mm. So I thought maybe they would roll.
And then going back to the Miz.
Huh?
Miz is the best mid-carder that they have.
Right now. No, I know that. I was looking at it just overall, like the way they had been building it, and the way you've been building Styles as like this top guy in the heavyweight, and you've been building the Miz as the top guy for the mid-card stepping up.
Right. No.
But I don't think they're ever going to put the Miz back in that main event picture.
No, they won't, because he's already tried it. He did well, but I don't think he did well enough that they want to put him back there.
I think they might put him back there at some point, because the dynamic with having Maurice has improved him. Mm-hmm. But I don't think they're going to do it because he's so versed on the other side of things with the whole PR ability and how he is like doing interviews and stuff.
Pat G, you lose me with your English.
Why?
You said that he wasn't going back, and then you said that he was going back, and you said he wasn't going back.
Well,
you lose me, man.
I
choose your words carefully.
Obviously, I can't talk today, but you'll have to see the match and everything since you heard about this.
Yeah.
And then finally, of course, the Royal Rumble match. Big Cass was number one.
Yep.
Of course, they had to let Enzo come out and get GYSI.
Of course.
Number two was Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
Which I'm very surprised with. Kalisto was 4, Mojo Rawley Kalisto was 3, Mojo Rawley 4, and the funniest point up to that is Jack Gallagher, the gentleman, made his main roster debut.
Yep, at number 5.
And his little bit with Jericho and the umbrella. Mm-hmm. Hilarious. And the fact that, and even Gallagher's elimination, the fact that he got tossed off the top rope holding the umbrella looking like Mary Poppins was hilarious.
James Ellsworth was in the Rumble?
James Ellsworth was in the Rumble. Braun Strowman was in the Rumble.
So the order of the Rumble was Big Cass,
yes,
Chris Jericho, Kalisto, Mojo Rawley, Jack Gallagher, Mark Henry, Braun Strowman, Braun
Strowman,
whatever, Strowman, Sami Zayn, Big Show, wow,
yeah, and Big Show's getting fit. He's definitely getting ready for that WrestleMania match against Shaq.
Yeah, Ty Dillinger, James Ellsworth, which makes no sense to me whatsoever.
They needed to do Ty Dillinger at 10 because it's the perfect time. Like everybody wanted it, and they gave it to him.
Dean Ambrose.
I will say this match was a lot of times was focused on 4 or 5 guys, but they made, and it was pretty much it was you knew who was going to get to the end. You knew based on and that. Like Strowman had his run. Henry had they were making like all the super heavyweights like the main focus mixed in with all the other guys until you got down to the last 5 guys.
Yeah.
And then that's when your Brock Lesnar, your Goldberg, and your Undertaker hit. Mm-hmm. Brock Lesnar came out first and pretty much started suplexing everyone. Just took everybody to Suplex City.
I forgot Brock. Brock came in 26.
Yeah, Brock came in 26. He tossed Ambrose. He tossed Ziggler. Started throwing suplexes. Goldberg came. Goldberg wanted to come. Everybody wanted Goldberg.
Right.
Number 27 was Enzo.
Enzo Amore.
He lasted a whole 27 seconds as he going to die. Because Brock Lesnar had everybody down.
Of course.
Yeah.
Which made complete sense.
Yes. Brock Lesnar nearly took his head off with a lariat and tossed him. Goldberg came out at 28.
Yep.
Undercut, spear, goodbye Brock Lesnar.
That's so... Okay.
So, and their whole thing is Goldberg, minute 26, eliminated. Mm-hmm. Undertaker came out number 29. Eliminates Goldberg.
Yep.
Okay. All right, cool. I'm cool with this. All right, whatever. Because Goldberg tossed Rusev, tossed a couple other guys. Yada. Now you're at number 30. And everybody was like, it's going to be Samoa Joe. It's going to be Finn Balor. It's going to be Kurt Angle. It's going to be this guy. It's going to be that guy. Vince McMahon says, fuck you all. Roman Reigns. Number 30 entrant.
And he just had a match.
And he just had a match 2 matches ago for the Universal Championship.
Yeah. That makes no sense.
So Reigns comes in.
Did they boo?
Oh, they booed. Oh, San Antonio was not happy. He was not happy at all.
That's funny.
Reigns eliminates Undertaker.
Ooh.
Reigns eliminated the Undertaker. And then it was left down to Reigns, Jericho, Bray Wyatt, and Randy Orton. Mm-hmm. Reigns takes out Jericho down to Orton, Bray, and Reigns. Bray Wyatt goes for the Sister Abigail. Reigns gets out of it, tosses Wyatt. Everybody's like, oh God, here we go again. Reigns is winning. And then out of nowhere, Randy Orton, savior of the night, eliminates Roman Reigns to win the 2017 Royal Rumble.
Randy Orton. Now, there was a lot of commotion about Orton winning. Some people didn't want it. Some people did.
You know what? A lot of people did. A lot of people didn't. But after the fact, everybody was happy about it. Because it was not Roman Reigns.
Yeah. Well, of course. I mean, now they're going to say it's not Roman Reigns, so they're happy about that.
Yeah. It was not Roman Reigns. That's what it was. It was not Roman Reigns. To follow up on Monday Night Raw, Stephanie had the situation with Seth Rollins. And does what typical Stephanie McMahon does, try to cut everyone's balls off.
Of course.
Seth Rollins wasn't having it and laid down the line of, even if I have to come to your house and your kids answer the door.
That's awesome.
I'm like, and Stephanie's look when he said that line was like, just silent shock.
Yeah.
And
awesome.
she finally said, you know what? Triple H is on his way to the building. They get to it. Triple H comes out, cuts a promo. Seth Rollins walks out, takes off his shirt. Hunter's down his dress shirt. Rollins is coming down the ring, and the Samoan assassin attacks Samoa Joe
and re-injures his knee.
And three things. And as Joe goes for the Coquina clutch, Seth Rollins' knee, boop, and as reported, he's out for 8 weeks with a torn MCL.
Awesome.
Might be back in time for WrestleMania, might not. But
it's going to mess up his whole WrestleMania.
But
show.
it puts everything in jeopardy.
Everything.
Because right now the rumored card for WrestleMania is Nikki Bella and John Cena taking on Miz and Maurice.
Okay.
With the setup being at Elimination Chamber, Maurice and Miz are going to screw Cena out of the title, which leads to Nikki getting involved and leads to that. Roman Reigns taking on Undertaker. Goldberg and Lesnar for the Universal Championship.
Goldberg and Lesnar?
Yep. Goldberg and Lesnar for the Universal Championship.
Who's getting it? Brock or
Goldberg? Goldberg is rumored to win it at Fastlane.
Yeah.
From Owens. Owens and Jericho. And women's four-way between Charlotte, Bayley, Nia, and Sasha.
Nia Jax.
Yes. And then, of course, your Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. And AJ Styles taking on. Can't remember who AJ was taking on. Bray and Randy Orton, because Bray's winning the title at Elimination Chamber.
What title?
The SmackDown title. The WWE Championship.
Heavyweight title?
Yes, the Heavyweight Championship.
And of course, these are all rumors.
Yeah, that's the proposed card as of right now.
Right.
That's the proposed card as of right now. But that was the Royal Rumble and the catch-up for the WWE up till this point.
Yeah. I see I gotta start watching
for the most
again.
part. Huh?
So I see I gotta start watching again.
You do.
Real life gets in the way of a lot of things.
It does. Real life does get in the way of a lot of things, but...
So, cool. So, let's do this. Let's take a break real quick.
Yes.
And,
because there's bills to pay, sponsors to be talked about.
That is true.
And everything.
All that good stuff. All right, so we'll be back. We'll talk some indie wrestling. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. And that's the bottom line. If you smell what the list has your name on. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Cyclone Jones, and I am with Pat G. The G stands for gangster. And remember, the TTRP is sponsored by the Gear Network store through Amazon. If you visit shopgear.com, it's a little bit different. That's shop. GERE.com and click on any of the banners. It will take you right to your account, and you can do all your Amazon shopping there.
And you shop Amazon and Amazon Prime as you normally would. But the only difference is Amazon kicks back a small percentage of all your purchases to us here at the Gear Network, so we can cover our production costs to continue bringing great programming like TTRP, Turnbuckle Talk Radio Podcast, Misguided Amusing, Better Alive Than Dead, Get Ready America, and Talking Wrestling, among more, here from the Gear Network. So that's shopgear.com, ShopGeere.com. facebook.com.
You know, I'm often asked about the logos of the show and Gear Network and everything. It comes to me, JC, where do you get the designs, the cool designs for the show and everything? And I want to tell you, I'm going to tell everybody right now, right here, you heard it here, it is Indy Card Media. Indy Card Media is a local business that specializes in making quality designs for your website or your business. Whatever you do, they can do it. If you need proof, you can look at all of our logos, or you can go to facebook.com/IndyCardMedia to see all of the designs, which include a political banner, because they've done political banners and everything. Nothing is off limits with them. Give Eric a shout at IndyCardMafia@gmail.com and he will help you bring your design to life. Tell him Gear Network sent you, and hey, he may hook you up with a little something, or at least a smile, because you heard it here. But go to IndyCard Media Facebook. Again, facebook.com/IndyCard Media. Do it now. Bring your designs to life.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have returned. Turnbuckle Talk Radio Podcast. Thank you for returning back with us. Thank you for staying with us. Thank you for getting some popcorn and then coming back, listening to our advertisements, gearnetwork.com, amazon.com. Don't forget to shop. But this is the second half of Turnbuckle Talk Radio Podcast.
Yep.
This is where I'm going to shine just a smidgen, because Pat G took over the whole WWE thing, and I've been watching WWE. I'm going to be honest. Haven't watched WWE in a while.
Well, I think that's the dynamic that we have. Because I may not watch it live, but I keep up on it. So
mine's a DVR, and I just don't have time, dude. This whole
I understand.
My new shoot is the new schedule.
January is plus January is a horrible month for you.
It's horrible
with the realistic job.
Yeah, it's horrible. So
and the schedule.
Yeah,
the schedule is not the greatest in the world either.
So with that being said, we definitely will make some things happen, and I will change some things up and give more elaboration on the WWE Izzy.
But as you said, it's your time to shine, because the independent scene, which you follow a lot more, because
I'm a part of it. I believe that's why I follow a little bit more. But we're going to start off today with LPW, Local Pro Wrestling, out of Ohio.
Where we were at when we did our live podcast.
Exactly.
That show specifically.
Yeah, we were actually there.
Yes.
At the show.
It was the Fight for the Right Gauntlet match.
Yes, very first match of the night.
Very first match of the night for the number one contendership to face the LPW heavyweight champion, Benjamin Boone.
Mm-hmm. Who, in fact, walked around the whole entire night with his damn belt on his shoulder, like he was some kind of champion.
In a suit coat. Like he was some kind of champion. It was his birthday. He was the champion.
Yeah, whatever.
So on and so forth. This match featured a lot of LPW talent, a lot of guys making their LPW debut.
And returns.
And that
return was one Cyclone Jones.
Yes. Tim Horner Jr., who was in the finals of the LPW Heavyweight Championship Tournament, came in at number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2 was Buzzsaw Dave Shaw. And number 3 was Marcus Alexander.
Yeah.
That was your first 3. And then you saw other LPW stars come out. You saw Louis Perez. You saw Luke Saker. You saw Tripp. You saw a lot. Blackjack Phoenix, yourself, Cyclone Jones. And coming down to the final 3, it was yourself, Blackjack Phoenix, and Marcus Alexander, who had lasted from the number 3 spot.
Yes. Little guy.
Yes.
Who lasted and
against a lot of big guys.
Who basically put a lot of people through the ringer, man. He was doing his thing.
But Marcus Alexander, being
small in
stature and relatively young,
and a glass jaw,
yes,
was not able to take the cyclone punch.
Climbed the top rope to try to something, and he got a cyclone punch for his trouble.
Yeah,
So it led to you and Blackjack Phoenix, and you and Blackjack Phoenix have had some tumbles.
We have.
Blackjack Phoenix on the near the ropes Cyclone punch, locked, loaded, and ready to fire. Goes off, misses, and you take a tumble.
Yep. I get kicked in the face.
He got kicked in the face, eliminated.
7 stitches in my face.
Yes.
Cut wide open.
The hard way, as they call it.
Exactly.
Blackjack Phoenix wins the fight for the right gauntlet for the right to be the number 1 contender.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sure you're not done with LPW and the chase for the heavyweight championship.
I don't think so. I hope not. I hope that the LPW powers that be, see exactly what I do and what I have done and what I've brought to the table for LPW. Hopefully I'm, still a contender, but, we'll definitely take it one day at a time.
Of course. The other matches in the night, you saw the Dirty returning, taking on the Mega Plowers of Jock Sampson and Magnum CK.
Yep.
Hard-hitting match. Magnum CK and Jock Sampson just are hated everywhere. But they have such an epic song and gimmick. That 1980s fun-loving heel tag team that they have. And Jock Sampson calling out none other than Fremont's own Charles Woodson before the match.
Of course.
Because Charles Woodson decided to go to Michigan instead of Ohio State. But the Dirty returns and picked up the victory.
Mm-hmm.
And Jock Sampson and Magnum CK announced that they will never return to LPW.
Wow.
So, I don't know.
Well, I don't know all of this. Yeah. I left. I had to get stitches in my damn face.
Yes. Fortunately, Cyclone had to go take care of medical things. Another match that was...
Stitches in my damn face. Go ahead.
Another match saw the Indy card mafia of Eric Emanon and Thomas Brewington return and taking on the Faceless of Skits and Hollow, along with their manager, Puff Dahmer.
Wasn't it Puffy Dahmer or Puff?
No, Puff Dahmer.
It should have been Puffy Dahmer.
The Indy card mafia, fortunately suffering the loss due to some interference.
Oh wow!
And that, but but that wasn't even the big story. The big story was the Dirty comes out after the match is over and annihilated the Faceless.
Wow!
Because what people didn't understand, the Faceless were actually the Aponte twins, Aerial Anarchy, who 2 months ago tried to take out the Dirty with a chair to Austin Mannix's shoulder.
Listen, that's because, see, it's funny once you become a pro wrestler and you get put on not a high horse, but a higher pedestal. Like the Aerial Anarchy came in and they're a great team. They're a great team.
Yes.
However, they were put up there and they tasted that power that they had and they wanted it back. They didn't want to lose it.
No.
So that
But they knew they were targeted.
That can turn you to the dark side, bro.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So they tried to get away with not being noticed, but they were noticed.
Mm-hmm.
And to wrap up the night at LPW, the championship birthday celebration for Benjamin Boone.
Which I didn't see because I had stitches in my damn face.
Benjamin Boone comes out with his cheerleader, Johnny Carassi.
Mm-hmm.
And going on and on and on, and he's going to be the only LPW champion, the first and ever only. So, he's never going to be beaten for the title.
Understandable. He is the best LPW champion ever.
Yes, but he's the only
LPW champion.
And only, he's never going to lose the title. But Blackjack Phoenix comes out and decides to crash the party.
Mm-hmm.
And Benjamin Boone ends up with cake in the face.
Mm.
And I ended up getting hit with a stunner thanks to Blackjack. Number one rule in wrestling, never drink beer with a Texan.
Number one rule in wrestling, if you see something going down, get the hell out the ring.
I got invited to the party, okay? I didn't think anything was going to happen to me. But unfortunately, big Texan in the ring drinking beer, we know how this ends.
Yeah.
So
Get out the ring.
Yeah. It should have just left. But the next LPW show is February 11th at the Strand Arena.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll see all the LPW talent.
Are you booked?
I am booked. I'm the ring announcer. I'm always booked.
Oh, okay.
I got to announce people.
I don't know if I'm booked or not.
Well, you might want to get in contact with the LPW powers that be.
I think I'm going to have to. I think I'll do that right now as we speak on the podcast.
But the only match that's been announced for the show is the championship match between Ben Boone and Blackjack Phoenix. But I'm sure the Dirty will be there looking for retribution against the Aerial Anarchy Faceless. You'll have other talent, Superman Lover.
Hopefully, Cyclone Jones will be there.
Cyclone Jones hopefully will be there. I believe another match actually is going to be Tim Horner Jr. and Nate Baker taking on Superman Lover and Whip Dog Johnson in a tag match.
Whip Dog.
After that catastrophe. But moving back to local.
Of course.
And that January 21st saw ESW and their first show of 2017.
Which was an amazing show, might I add.
I was unable to attend because I was booked elsewhere in Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
You, Cyclone, were able to attend.
I was.
And caught a good chunk of the show.
I did. I attended with my ex-girlfriend.
Ex-girlfriend. Zing! Running down the ESW card, first match of the night saw Brandon Thurston taking on Ricky Shane Page. And Brandon Thurston picking up the victory. Second match was the ESW Interstate Championship. The champion, Coconut Jones, defending his title against Cloudy and Anthony Gaines. In a triple threat match, Coconut Jones picking up the victory.
Mm-hmm.
Next match saw the continuing war between Big Cat Lemmer and Ron Falco.
I did catch that match on Facebook Live.
You did?
Yeah. I did catch that match Facebook Live. That was a good match.
Big Cat Lemmer picking up the victory.
Yep.
In a 6-man tag match where between Colin Delaney, Cheech, and Frankie Feathers taking on the patron saints of wrestling, Mikey Evernight, Steve Gage, and Terrell Kenneth. And if Delaney, Cheech, and Frankie could pick up the victory, Dick Justice would be reinstated into ESW.
Yeah.
And they did. They picked up the victory. So as a result, Dick Justice has been reinstated into the ESW landscape.
Yep. I mean, that match I watched online as well.
Yes.
In and out the car.
ESW did put a lot of matches on Facebook Live that night because they had a sellout crowd. There was no room.
Yeah.
From what I heard, they had to turn people away.
They did. They always do, though. I mean, that's nothing new.
Oh, no, it's nothing new. They had the St. Johnsburg Fire Hall is a great venue for them, and they consistently pack it every month.
Yeah. Like, it's nothing new whatsoever.
The next match saw RJ City defending his Elliot Apollo Cup against Vince Valor. Mm-hmm. And RJ City picking up the victory. The next match was a independent star showcase match. Mm-hmm. As you saw TNA's Braxton Sutter, a.k.a. Pepper Parks, taking on ROH's Silas Young.
Yeah.
And Braxton Sutter picking up the victory. The next match was interesting because I know part of the build up towards this match. Mm-hmm. Gregory Iron taking on Johnny Adams.
Yep.
Inferno Johnny Adams. Now,
and of course,
3 months ago,
my favorite tag team was there.
Yes. 3 months ago, a show that you were unable to attend.
Angel Down was there. That's my favorite tag team.
Oh, Angel Down was there? Oh, okay.
I got to give them a shout out. They get mad at me when I don't talk about them.
Well, we will talk about them. They will get their shine.
Maybe.
3 months ago, back in December, maybe November. Inferno Johnny Adams and tagged with Gregory Iron to take on the Rochester Wrecking Crew.
Okay.
Of Hellcat and Rob Sweet for the ESW Tag Team Championship. Well, they were unsuccessful.
They were.
And after the match, Brian DeVille of the DeVille Agency offered his services to Gregory Iron and Inferno Johnny Adams. Inferno Johnny Adams, not too pleased with this.
Right.
Gregory Iron thought about it.
Was on the fence with it.
Was on the fence. Well, fast forward a month. It's Gregory Iron and Johnny Adams taking on Bobby Sapphire and Roscoe Black, the Hate Brigade, with Brian DeVille. Well, I guess Roscoe Black and Bobby Sapphire were tired of being represented by the DeVille Agency. And pretty much gave their notice of leaving the DeVille Agency by taking out Brian DeVille and aligning themselves with Gregory Iron.
That's kind of scary, though. Like, Brian DeVille's only so big, man. Like, why would you do that to him?
So, Gregory Iron is now backed by a monster tag team at ESW. And pretty much, it's a new version of the Iron Curtain.
It is. They are destructive, man. Like, destructive. You know, I saw this match. It's a great match. It was a great match. I mean, and Roscoe Black and Bobby Sapphire are freaking unstoppable.
They're a destructive force. They're just a destructive force.
Yeah.
Gregory Iron did pick up the victory. The next match saw the remix of Pro Wrestling, Kevin Bennett, taking on JT Dunn. And I heard this was a phenomenal match. Just phenomenal. Kevin Bennett picking up the victory. The ESW Tag Team title match, the Oliver Street Express taking on the Rochester Wrecking Crew. Oliver Street Express win by DQ.
Yep.
So the Wrecking Crew retains.
They do not keep the titles.
Nope. Alex Daniels taking on James Sega. Alex Daniels picking up the victory.
Sega!
And then the main event of the evening, the ESW Heavyweight Championship match. Bill Collier, the champion, taking on Trent Beretta. And Bill Collier retains the ESW Championship. ESW will be returning to the St. Johnsburg Fire Hall March 25th, I believe.
Yes.
And they have a stacked lineup already because you're going to see DJ Zima Ion, Leo Rush
was as soon as Leo Rush was announced, I was like, wow,
Leo Rush, Ethan Page, and Space Monkey.
I love Space Monkey. Like, Space Monkey is like one of my favorites. Like, honestly, like him just in the ring is just awesome.
Yes. Also, they've announced the video for ESW Brawl Fest. And
May 10th.
Friday, May 10th at the Keenan Center in Lockport, New York.
The day after my birthday.
Yes, it is the day after your birthday.
I will be there with bells on.
Bells?
Bells.
Well, what if you're booked somewhere?
Friday? Not booked. I don't take Friday bookings.
Oh, this is right. This is true.
I have to work the real job.
It's Saturday, May 10th.
It's just Friday, May 10th. That's it, Friday. Wow, their lining is off.
Wait a minute. Hold on. You know, I could have.
Is that an old video?
Maybe.
Did you pull up an old video?
It might have been, and I just saw it. Might have been an old video. If it was, I'm going to be mad at myself because I just saw it.
And you just broadcasted that on me.
Oh, okay. Never mind. It was old. I apologize. It was an old video. I just saw Brawlfest.
Super old video.
It was from 3 years ago. My apologies.
Great job, Pat G.
You know what? I can edit this part
Always
out. You know what?
blowing the
That's the
spot.
job. That's the job of a producer. I can
Do not edit this
I can
spot
completely
out.
edit this. I can completely edit this out. But anyway, March 25th, ESW returns to St. Johnsburg Fire Hall. Some major names: Leo Rush, Ethan Page, Space Monkey, and more. But moving back to Ohio, on the same night as ESW was running, I was at NOW Northwest Ohio Wrestling.
Yeah, this is all you because I wasn't at this show.
Yes. I participated as refereeing the show. But running down the card, Jack Price defeated A Wicked. M3 defeated Brandon Fields to advance in the NOW Heavyweight Championship Tournament. Brian Castle held an open challenge, which was answered by the Uprising champion Alex Jordan, which led to Castle defeating Alex Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
Big Cass Keith defeated Tez, Blank Acumen, and Will in a 3-on-1 handicap match. Jonte Keith defeated Colt Daniels to retain the NOW Cruiserweight Championship. Benjamin Boone defeated Tim Horner Jr. to advance in the NOW Heavyweight Championship Tournament match.
Benjamin Boone is whooping Tim Horner's butt. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, Benjamin Boone, according to Tim Horner, cheated in this match.
Of course.
Tim Horner came off the top rope with a Superfly Snuka splash. Unfortunately, Ben Boone caught him, rolled, and as the roll, Ben Boone actually, his feet must have landed on the ropes as extra leverage.
Right.
Allowed the 1, 2, 3.
That's what happened.
And I don't know why I keep getting involved in matches like this where there's nefarious tactics that I don't see.
Mm-hmm. Were you the ref?
I was.
Done.
Yes. So I got to stop refereeing matches because referee matches for me just end in nefarious tactics.
Just done.
The following match, the IndyCar Mafia returning to NOW, defeating War Inc. and essentially staking their claim to the NOW Tag Team Championships.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Williams defeated...
Did they win the Tag Team Championships?
They did not.
Oh, they did
but
not.
But they're the now number one contenders. By defeating War Inc., who are the champions.
By defoot.
Yes, by defoot. Aaron Williams defeating Daniel Winchester to advance in the NOW Heavyweight Championship Tournament. And Chris Chambers defeating Tripp to advance in the tournament.
Oh, yeah, Tripp was there, wasn't he?
He was. They had a great little dance segment in the beginning.
Unbelievable.
It was quite hilarious.
I'm done.
You're done. You're done. Continuing with NOW, they had their Uprising show last night. Now, NOW Uprising is a show where NOW debut shows off their younger talent.
Right.
Their up and coming talent with some of the main roster guys thrown in there. Running through the show, Alex Cassidy defeated A Wicked. War Inc. defeated VCW of Tim Lutz, MM3, and Anthony Lee because currently VCW is trying to invade NOW.
Oh, wow.
Mavis defeated Andrew Palace. Jason Franchise defeated Daniel Winchester and Big Fish Rembowski to retain the citywide title. Jack Price and Alan Graves defeated the Natural Aces in a young and upcoming tag team match.
Mm-hmm.
Colt Daniels defeating Dante the Black Angel. Colt was rewarded Daniels' guaranteed championship match for whenever he chooses to do so. Aaron Williams defeating Ben Boone and Brian Castle to advance to the NOW Heavyweight Championship final. Now it's going to be interesting to see who faces Aaron Williams on March the 4th as the match is going to be between Louis Perez, Chris Chambers, or MM3.
Mm-hmm.
To see who's going to face that. And in the main event was supposed to be the Uprising champion Alex Jordan taking on Johnny Carassi. But VCW attacked. War Inc. came out to even up the odds. But it's going to be an interesting thing as this VCW contingent keeps involving themselves at NOW Uprising.
Listen, that's what you do. When you're trying to make a statement, when you're trying to make a point, when you're trying to prove something to somebody, you just do whatever you want to do. They're going to get the picture one way or other.
Absolutely.
And that's what it sounds like VCW is doing.
Absolutely. Well, a show that just took place last Friday night, the Sanctuary Stunt Studio in Hazleton, PA, made their return to the action for the 2017 at the Stampede.
I still have to make my way up to one of those shows. I have to.
Well, you need to take a Friday night off.
Oh, yeah. Never mind.
Which
Won't happen.
It won't happen currently, unless you get a vacation week somewhere.
I actually do have some vacation time coming up. I was supposed to go on a cruise. I'm not going now.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
If they run,
If they run.
Yeah, I don't know when the next Sanctuary show is. I have to get in touch with the CEO, owner of the Sanctuary, John Trotsky, and find out. But some notable action from the show. They had a tag team gauntlet match. The Mighty Militia were winning as tag team champions. Had to go, and in order to keep said championships, had to go through 6 other teams.
Oh, wow.
Or 5 other teams. And at the end, they were taken out. And at the end of it all, when the smoke cleared, the IndyCar Mafia had the last drawing. Eric Emanon, Thomas Brewington came out, took out the guys that just went through a hard fought match to advance. You know how this ends: one flying V, 1, 2, 3.
So were you a part of this match too? Because that sounds nefarious.
I was not.
That sounds nefarious.
I was not at Sanctuary. It was not nefarious. There were no nefarious tactics involved. I was not there. And now Eric Emanon and Thomas Brewington are your new Sanctuary Stunt Studio Tag Team Champions.
And they're just holding those titles around like they're cool or something. IndyCar Mafia. Bah humbug.
Bah humbug? Are we getting...
That's all I got for you.
All you got? A new Sanctuary Live champion was made in J. George, Australia. Macy Cabrera picked up the Sanctuary Spotlight Championship. And in the main event was the 30-man stampede for the Sanctuary Stunt Studio Championship.
So they had a Rumble too.
Which was relinquished by the elite athlete Mike Orlando, who was down in Florida for the NXT tryout.
Ooh.
So he could not be at the show, so he had to relinquish the Sanctuary Live and Heavyweight Championship.
I know somebody else who was down in Florida for the NXT tryout.
And Damian Gibbs.
Did you just ignore? Exactly
I was going to get to that.
Okay, go ahead.
Who did you...
No, go ahead. Continue.
The ecstatic Damian Gibbs picks up the Sanctuary Stunt Studio Heavyweight Championship. But, yeah, Mike Orlando made his trip down to Orlando for the NXT tryout.
Very cool, very cool.
There was a lot of guys. There was some notable guys from the Northeast area down there, too.
There was a lot of guys. A lot of guys that, were... making it to the NXT tryout.
Yeah.
I mean, it's awesome. It's an amazing not accomplishment, but I mean, it is an accomplishment
and experience.
An amazing goal to achieve.
Yeah.
To get asked there. But somebody that we know personally.
Who's that?
Oh, see, you don't know. See, that's
I do not know.
Somebody who's personally known, who was on the radio with us, Turnbuckle Talk Radio, Mr. Roscoe Black.
Really?
Received a tryout.
Oh, wow.
At NXT. Yeah.
Wow.
Super awesome.
Dude,
Super
that's
awesome.
amazing for him. Especially with the fact over the last, year and a half, he's been just a monster in the gym.
Yeah.
With the powerlifting and everything, too.
Yep. So he's trying to bring back the whole Mark Henry nostalgia black guy thing. Hopefully he can.
Oh, yeah. If anybody can do it, it would be him.
It would be Roscoe Black.
It would be Roscoe Black.
Yep.
Absolutely. It would be Roscoe Black. Well, to finish off the show, this was something I wanted to talk about. It happened back in January, a couple of weeks ago. Was Randy Orton was in a gym in Arkansas and doing what a lot of wrestlers do in the gym. Working out, making sure their body's at peak look and everything. And it's a typical thing for a lot of guys to visit a gym during the hours leading up to a show, as they try to get in all their workouts when and whenever they can because of the travel schedule.
Right.
Well, during the said workout, a fan approached him and asked for a picture. Orton declined, Orton had declined, and the fan didn't give up, and eventually Orton basically told him to
kick rocks
in
a very nasty way,
in an expletive way. The man says he approached him by himself. He's like, "Can I get a picture?" He gave me a fist bump. "Sorry, I can't hear you," pointing to his earphones. Separate ways. The man claims that he left Orton alone, but decided to snap a picture of the wrestler from across the room. Orton had seen him snap the picture, came up, got into his face. "What are you doing?" I said, "No pictures." Yada yada yada. And it led to a physical confrontation. Orton did come out and say he apparently hurt a fan's feeling. He's like, "I paid to train in between every set. I can't take pics. He needs to suck it up, try not be a fanboy, so on and so forth." He's like, "Wait till I'm done." Essentially, Lance Storm went on his Facebook and
I read Lance Storm's. Lance Storm's is amazing,
and had a long thing. Had a long response to the situation.
And then he went on his personal Facebook and had to send it. And he was like, "Yo, can you not send me anything? If you're not my friend, don't send me a Facebook request, please."
Yeah, totally. Absolutely.
I would love to meet Lance Storm because he's just so like, "Yo, I don't know you. You don't know me."
Yeah, exactly.
He seems like the type of guy that I am.
Like, I feel like if just hypothetical, like if I was ever to try to get Lance Storm like scheduled for an interview like on the podcast with us, I'd have to go through like 4 channels.
You wouldn't. There'd be no way he'd come on the podcast.
Just hypothetical situation.
Hypothetical situation would be he's not coming on the podcast. Okay. And I know what you're trying to say. Yeah. But the guy that Lance Storm is, no.
Yeah.
He wouldn't be on. Like even if you did have an agent that would be able to do it, his personality is like no.
Yeah, completely understandable. But this is the thing is,
what's your take on it? What's your take on it, Pat G, when you're in the gym working out, pumping iron,
you know what?
and the fan wants to take Pat G, the G stands for gangsters picture?
If that ever happens, I'll call me Susie. But my take is, if you're a known person, whether you're a WWE superstar, whether you're an MMA fighter, whether you're an action movie star, okay, and if you're in the gym working out, you're in the gym to get in there, get your workout in, and leave. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yes, you're known. You're gonna be seen. People are gonna ask you for autographs, pictures, and that. Mm-hmm. The thing is from a wrestling standpoint, especially with WWE guys, these guys have a limited amount of time to do stuff because of traveling, makeup, and prepping for the show, running through matches, and all that. Mm-hmm. So it's more of a, and I'm going to say it, I'm going to coin the phrase, CM Punk said it once in an interview: "If you respect me, I'll respect you."
Right.
If you come at me like an asshole, I'm going to be an asshole. Mm-hmm. If you come at me respectively, I'll respect you.
Right.
So for this guy to come up to Randy Orton respectively, Orton says, "Can't hear you," because he's he's got his earbuds in. Mm-hmm. Okay. That you walk away, you don't do anything. You wait until the man's done. You don't take a picture and when you just basically got told no. The fact that, so right there, you invaded the man's privacy.
Okay.
So the way Orton reacted, yes, may have been a little extra. Mm-hmm. But from what I understand, that's the kind of person Orton is.
Okay, so let me go now.
Okay.
I was waiting for you to finish. I'll let you get your words in.
Yeah.
I can understand everything that you've said with the whole point in time but the whole position of saying WWE, they have their times there. There's limited time that they have when they're in a city. Yeah. Especially in a city they don't know, probably. Mm. They're looking for a gym to work out at. Yes. They may have limited time. The fan was 100% wrong in trying to do something extra afterwards. You already spoke to him. I'll give you an instance with me.
Okay.
Yes, I have been in a gym and a local fan has noticed me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And said, "Hey, Gabriel, can I get a picture?" Mm-hmm. Not a problem. I wasn't working out at the time.
Okay.
You know, I was walking in, going to my next machine to work out. Mm-hmm. You know, fan wanted a picture. He caught me at a point in time where I wasn't working out. Cool, I'll give it to you. Not a problem.
Yeah.
You know, it was cool, and I was very humbled by it. You know, I mean, I did it because, hey, a fan freaking noticed me.
Yeah, somebody
at the freaking gym.
Yeah,
cool.
Somebody
you know
noticed.
What I'm saying? So I was cool with that. You know, however, if I was in the middle of a set and like, yo, I'm in the middle of a set right now, catch me on the way out. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I'll be done in like 15 minutes. Catch me on the way out.
Yeah.
You know, that's what the fans should have done. The fans should have waited outside respectfully. Hey, Orton, I know I asked for a picture in there, dude. I know you was getting your set in. Can I get one now real quick before you leave?
Yeah. Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Orton is an asshole.
Yeah.
Yes. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people say it, but a lot of people are. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just point blank period. A lot of people aren't people person. Just because they're in this business that entertain people does not mean they have to like people.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they just don't. You know, I hear from rumors and everything that people talk about. John Cena is that type of person. Mm-hmm. He's not that people person. He loves kids. He loves people.
Yeah.
What he likes to be by himself at times. Like, you know, I don't know you. Get the hell away from me.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? So with that being said, it's the same thing with Orton. You know, Orton seems like a type of person that's like, dude, if you're not in my circle, I don't get down with you.
Yeah.
Keep it moving.
Yeah.
And that's that thing there. So the fans should have respected his position. The fans should have waited. Orton is a superstar. You know what I'm saying? He is that celebrity status.
Yeah.
He is on that level. He's on lunchboxes. You know, he's got T-shirts.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
he's one of the main guys.
You know. So yeah, so he has celebrity status. So yeah, dude, treat it like that and give him some space. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's bad enough, you know, I mean, he's bombarded everywhere he goes anyway. I mean, but it happens.
Absolutely. It's just, it was the thing of, I can't really relate to it because I'm a ring announcer and referee, but nobody's going to, I rarely don't think I'm going to get noticed if I'm in a gym or somewhere trying to.
Pat G? No,
I don't think.
Really, Pat G?
I don't think I will.
No.
Okay. But someone like you who's actually in-ring competitor who's good in the ring and is noticeable, like, I can see it happening to you more than it would me.
Okay.
Like the main compliments I get are like at the shows, after the fact.
Yeah. Like,
I'm walking around, I'm already changed, I'm getting ready to leave, I'm saying my goodbyes, and fans will walk up and like, hey, you remind me of this guy or this guy, like, good job. I'm like, but I don't think if I'm like out somewhere in a mall or gym or somebody's gonna be like, hey, I saw you ring announce what show. Can I get a picture or something like that? I don't think that's gonna happen to me.
That's the ring announcer for OSBW.
Yeah, like, I don't think that's gonna happen like that.
Right.
Like, and I'm okay with that. Mm-hmm. But it's more of the thing of whether anybody with celebrity status, you got to give them their respect that they deserve. Mm-hmm. And if you don't, then expect a negative reaction. It's as simple as that.
Yeah. Yep.
But that's going to be it.
Is that the end of the show?
It is. We're a little bit extra.
Tiny bit.
A little bit extra.
Nothing wrong with that.
But this upcoming Saturday, February 11th, LPW Fremont, Ohio, I will be there.
I don't know if I will be.
Cyclone Jones has to get in contact with the powers that be of LPW to see if he's going to be there.
Yeah.
But if he is, we'll most likely be trying to do another live broadcast.
Yeah. If I am there, I mean,
if not,
I don't know. I mean, it's all going to come down to a lot of different things. Yeah. Where if I decide to retire, you know,
there's a lot of contributing factors. But that's going to do it for episode 20 of the TTRP.
The quarter of a century mark. Show.
Yes. Yes. 1/5. I am horrible at math. I've always been horrible at math. I will admit this.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. We truly appreciate it.
So in 5 shows, I'll just call it the 1/5.
Exactly.
And make up for it.
Exactly. Maybe next show I'll be more perky than I usually am. Going through some things right now. But you already know what it is. It's a cyclone!
The preceding presentation has been brought to you by the Gear Network.